Communication is a critical part of utility arboriculture because vegetation management work happens in public spaces and directly affects customers, property owners, agencies, and communities. Even when work is technically correct and necessary for safety and reliability, poor communication can create conflict, delay projects, and damage trust. Effective communication helps people understand why work is being done, what to expect, and how it benefits them and the electrical systems as a whole. Customer communication is especially important in utility vegetation management because pruning and removing can be highly visible and emotionally charged. Trees often have personal, aesthetic, and environmental value to property owners, and utility pruning can look aggressive or disruptive in those who are unfamiliar with its purpose. When customers are not informed, they may perceive vegetation work as unnecessary, careless, or damaging. Clear communication helps reduce complaints, prevent work stoppages, and improve public acceptance of vegetation management programs. Identifying stakeholder interests is a key step in effective communication. Stakeholders may include residential property owners, business, municipal offices, regulatory agencies, environmental groups, and internal utility departments. Each group has different concerns and priorities. Some may be focused on reliability, others on appearance, environmental impact, property rights, or safety. Understanding these interests allows vegetation managers and arborists to tailor messages that address concerns rather than escalate conflict. Outreach methods vary depending on the audience and scope of the work. Common methods include door hangers, letters, emails, phone calls, public meetings, websites, and coordination with local officials. Advance notice is particularly important when work will affect private property or require access permissions. Outreach should explain what work will be done, why it is necessary, when it will occur, and who to contact with questions or concerns. Consistent messaging helps ensure that customers receive accurate information regardless of how they engage with the utility or contractor. Talking with customers in person is one of the most important communication skills for utility arborists. Field crews are often the face of the program, and their interactions can strongly influence public perception. When speaking with customers, it is important to listen respectfully, acknowledge concerns, and avoid defensive or dismissive language. Explaining the safety and reliability reasons behind utility pruning using clear and non-technical terms helps customers understand the necessity of the work. Arborists should avoid making promises outside their authority and should refer unresolved issues to supervisors or designated contacts. Good communication also involves consistency and professionalism. Conflicting messages, unclear explanations, or unprofessional behavior can quickly undermine trust. Crews should understand basic program objectives and be prepared to explain them in a simple, respectful way. Even when customers disagree with the work, feeling heard and informed can can reduce frustration and hostility. Internal communication is just as important as external communication. Clear communication between planners, supervisors, crews, contractors, and utility representatives helps ensure that work is done safely, efficiently, and to standard. Miscommunication with an organization can lead to rework, safety incidents, and customer complaints. In summary, communication is a core component of successful utility vegetation management. Clear, respectful, and proactive communication helps customers understand the purpose of vegetation work, builds trust with stakeholders, and supports smoother operations in the field. Identifying stakeholder interests, using appropriate outreach methods, and handling customer interactions professionally all contribute to program success. When communication is done well, it supports safety, reliability, and positive community relationships. All right, we have some call-in questions from the public that we can answer together. All right, here is Maria. Go ahead, Maria.
Hi, this is Maria calling from Oak Street. The trees along the power lines in front of my house were pruned last year, and honestly, they look pretty uneven now. Why does the utility have to trim them so aggressively? Isn't there a way to make it look more natural?
Hey, Maria. Yeah, that's something a lot of people notice. When trees grow near power lines, we have to maintain a safe amount of clearance so branches don't grow into the wires and cause outages or safety issues. Arborists use what's called directional pruning, which basically means trimming the tree in a way that encourages it to grow away from the lines and towards open space. It can look a little uneven right after the work is done, but over time, the tree fills back in and grows in a safer direction. All right, next caller.
Hello, my name's David. I got a notice saying a tree in my yard might need to be removed because it's too close to the power line. That tree has been there for decades. Why does it have to come down instead of just trimming it again?
David, I understand why that would be concerning. In most cases, utilities prefer pruning rather than removal. However, if a tree is directly under the line, growing quickly, or repeatedly growing into the conductors, pruning may not provide a long-term solution. In those cases, removal may be recommended to reduce safety risks and prevent repeated heavy pruning. Often, the recommendation includes replacing it with a more suitable tree species that can grow safely near power lines. Next caller. Go ahead, Robert.
This is Robert calling. The power lines near my house have been there for years and we've never had an outage because of the trees. Why does the utility still need to trim them regularly if there hasn't been a problem?
Hey, Robert. Vegetation management is primarily preventative maintenance. Trees continue to grow each year, and branches that are safe today may contact the lines in the future. By maintaining clearances on a regular cycle, utilities can prevent outages, improve reliability, and reduce the need for emergency trimming after storms. All right, it's quiz time. Why is communication important in utility vegetation management? Communication helps customers and stakeholders understand why vegetation work is necessary for safety and reliability. Clear communication reduces conflict, prevents complaints or work delays, and builds trust with the community. Who are some common stakeholders in utility arboriculture? Stakeholders can include residential property owners, businesses, municipal officials, regulatory agencies, environmental groups, and internal utility departments. What are some common outreach methods used to communicate vegetation work to the public? Common outreach methods include door hangers, letters, emails, phone calls, public meetings, websites, and coordination with local officials. These methods help inform people about what work will occur, why it is needed, and when it will take place.